Hi, my name's Max Isles. I am the president of Transition Laguna Beach. The transition movement looks at problems such as peak oil and how vulnerable we are to interruptions in our energy supply and therefore our food supply and so on. But it looks at how we can, as a community, involving people in the community, bring about real positive change and have fun while we're doing it. And as a father of a young son, I really was getting concerned about the legacy he was going to inherit from me. And I wanted to make positive change, and Transition Laguna was a platform, a movement, which enabled me to do that.
Hi, I'm Sean McCracken, a 30-year resident of Laguna Beach and a eco-certified realtor here in town. I put on a lot of awareness-raising type of eco events. I've done everything from a permanent grocery bag to recycle e-waste to a WaterWise Expo, and all that was well and good and got some good attendance and it was really vibrant. But the problem was that at the end of the event, people went home, and that was it. So the beauty about Transition Laguna, and the food group in particular, is that it's really an ongoing working group that's actually doing something. So the awareness is there, and now this is manifesting this awareness in an ongoing effort that hopefully will be, around for as long as we can remember.
Hi, my name is Michelle McCormick. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and founding board member for Transition Laguna. One of the core aspects of Transition Laguna is the heart and soul of change. We're going through a major paradigm shift as we face peak oil and global climate change. Did you know that we have a new disorder? Post-petroleum stress disorder. In fact, what happens is, we've discovered, is that when people began to understand what's happening with climate change and peak oil, the other issues in the world that are happening, they began to get a bit stressed, much less in their personal lives, with the economic situation, whatever it is. The way that we move through stress is by leaning into it, not restricting, constricting, and moving away from it, but in a proactive way, by moving through it. Transition Laguna offers an opportunity for us in a proactive way to move the stress through our bodies by telling our stories, coming together in open space, dialoguing, and finding our way into social action work in our community.
Hi, my name is Chris Prelitz, and I've been doing green building here in Laguna Beach for over 25 years. I designed and built the first permitted solar home in Orange County back in '93. And I've been teaching people about green building, sustainability, and peak oil for a long time. And when I found out the impacts that we're all going to have in the future with the supply of oil probably being affected and prices going up, I really wanted to get involved with something that could raise awareness and have a positive impact on people to make the changes necessary for Laguna Beach to thrive in the future. So Transition Town was an idea that we stumbled upon, and my wife and I got involved with it, and Laguna Beach became the 10th transition town in the U.S. And it's really exciting because even along with transition towns, presently on the planet there are over 1 million organizations doing the work of sustainability. And the key point is, all without a single leader. So there's this stirring of the human heart that knows we need to turn and go in a different direction that's much more in harmony with nature. And that's why I love Transition Laguna, because it's common sense, it's fun, it's community oriented, it's not bound by the constraints of city government, and it moves very quickly. It goes viral. Thousands of cities across the globe are interested in becoming transition towns today, and that's pretty exciting.
Water is a very important issue because, particularly in Laguna Beach, Southern California as a whole imports the majority of its water from hundreds of miles away, but Laguna has no water. It doesn't have an aquifer like some of the places a little bit inland does, so 100% of our water is imported. And in Southern California, 70% of our water is used outside for irrigation, for pools, for washing your car, for lawns. So we're so bad, which makes it easy to be better. Like if we were Sweden and we were really struggling, we'd be scratching our heads and wondering what we can do next. Without even thinking about it, we can cut our energy use in our homes by 50%, only costs us a couple $100. We save that money back within a few months. We can reduce our water demand.
The great unleashing of an entire community. This is it. This is what Transition Laguna does. We build consciousness, raise awareness about issues of the environment and how that impacts our lives. We create the idea of living sustainably, a lifestyle that will last in a way that will impact our children's lives and our grandchildren's lives. The Great Unleashing is about giving it all back to the community and allowing the community to find their way into action groups that will create this resilience, create this sustainability down the road.
So if you're involved with another organisation in town, we're not competing with you, we're complementing the work that other environmental groups and organisations are doing in town. And you can be involved in the group that you're already in, like the Laguna Ocean Foundation, Tidewater Docents. And why get involved in Transition Laguna? Well, because Transition Laguna, we're looking at reducing, for example, irrigation. A lot of people's irrigation, washing their cars in the street, irrigation excessive, runs down into the ocean. That carries pollution, goes straight into the storm drain, straight into the ocean.
I think the great thing is just seeing Transition Laguna take off so quickly. It shows that it's a real positive, movement. People don't want to push against something. They don't want to spend energy fighting something. It's like, what do we want to create together? And we've just seen this in the last year, just like a wildfire, really take off.
Yeah.
Our meetings are packed. People are just, I want to be involved, I want to be involved, especially young people with families with kids, because they really get that the Laguna Beach I grew up in, the Orange County I grew up in, will be so different than what my kids have.
Yeah, and like you say about the fact that the transition movement has been running for a number of years, started off in the UK, and that we can kind of learn from their experience and they give us some guidance and support. I mean, one of the things is that you have to try and make it fun. And I think that really helps, because people get involved in something and they get burnt out real quick. Whereas if it's fun, and like you were saying, at the meetings, we don't kind of sit down around a table like in a boardroom. We meet at someone's house or in someone's garden. There's wine, there's food, and so that really, there's that simple thing. They say every meeting have food and drink, and that makes a big difference. It's more kind of just like a social gathering than like a little party.
So humans have been really creative on the upslope of having oil for the last 50, 75 years, and there's every opportunity that we'll be really creative on the downslope of having less oil to run our cars, deliver our food, even make our medicines. And Laguna Beach was one of those cities that attracted all these creative types over the years. It's full of artists, it's full of geniuses, and I can't even imagine what Laguna Beach will be like in the future with all of those genius minds and creative types coming together to create a future that we can be proud of for generations to come and leave a legacy for our children and grandchildren and their children that we were part of the solution that turned Laguna Beach around. Come and join us.